was talking before about agencies. I asked probably Australia's biggest independent agency owner last night, what do you want to know about TikTok? He said, honestly, dude, I don't want to sound like everyone else, but he was like, what should we not do? Now, we spoke already about the fact that they should be either supporting creators or doing content that makes sense into all those different formats. So I guess we're more interested now in what insights have you ever had around the algorithm? Because we know that it's different for everyone and it just will keep populating your feed no matter what.
I'd say you've got to have a target audience. Like you just can't like post whatever. Like you have to appeal to some kind of audience. And because most of the app is probably, I'd say like 16 to like 24. Like obviously there are older people on the app, but mainly 16 to 24. You want to appeal to like kind of the younger generation more than the older generation. So I'd say that.
So when you say target audience, do you mean like, okay, you've got to figure out who this person is that you're trying to target, but also understand where are they discovering content on the platform? Like, is it certain hashtags? Is it certain interests? Is it certain...
It's, from what I've gathered, it's the amount of shares it gets and how long you've watched the video for. So if somebody watches an entire video all the way through, it has more of a chance of getting into the For You page. So if, say, I don't know, 100 people watch the whole video, it has way more of a chance getting into the For You page than you just posting a video, somebody watching it like halfway through and going like, oh, I don't want to watch it anymore. So,
do you think video length has anything to do with that, or do you think it's the hook at the very start?
It's definitely, it's not the length, because if you can capture somebody's attention, they'll stay there no matter how long it goes for. So I'd have to say,
it would be
capture
the
them
hook
at like the start, during the middle, something like that, or like a plot twist kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I think the hook at the start, and whether it looks interesting or not is key. It has to be great. Like I noticed a lot of, if you actually look at a lot of your thumbnails, and the first scene in general, or the first first second.
I definitely try to pick something that people would want to click on. Like that looks interesting, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, like it's attention grabbing, and that's the key thing. Like you notice a lot when you go through the feed that a lot of people that aren't doing as well will have just really boring, plain, mellow. You know, they've got to put a lot more effort into it, I think. But that's interesting. Because, the algorithm's a real black box on TikTok.
Yeah, there's many different ways, but definitely if somebody watches a whole video through, TikTok will be like, okay, so this is an interesting video. We'll put it in the For You page. Yeah,
and it's as simple as that. What have you learned about growing an audience? I mean, there's you've obviously quite adept at it, but there's a very different way of going about things from 100, 1,000,
I would
10,000.
say if you want to keep the growth up, don't change drastically. So if I went from comedy, which is my main thing, to just, doing probably like makeup tutorials, that would not do well at all, because that is not what they expect. So it's like, oh, I didn't follow for this, so I'm gonna go. So I'd say definitely stick to what you're doing.
Yeah. What do you hate seeing when you're scrolling on the feed?
What do I hate seeing?
Yeah.
Politics.
Yeah.
I didn't come on a TikTok for politics.
Yeah.
So every time I just scroll through it, because it kind of because I kind of use TikTok as like a distraction from like what's going on right now. So if I see like people updating on the coronavirus or basically what's going on in politics right now, I didn't come on there for that. I came to like escape all of that. So.
I'd say I'm the same. I remember when I first got into TikTok and I'm like, why the fuck are these people on here talking about politics? This is bizarre.
Nobody really cares.
Yeah.
Like, you have that opinion, great, but nobody else really cares.
Yeah.
So
don't do it.